Hey, welcome to the Bourbon Shop. I'm Keith, and you know what? I might as well, right? I mean, I have it, so you might as well just put them head up. They really need no introduction, but let's just go through the formalities anyway. This is a Heaven Hill product, Elijah Craig. This is batch 923, and this one is aged 13 years. And then you have Stagg. Now this is aged anywhere between 7 to 10 years, and this is by Buffalo Trace. Both highly sought after. One is more tougher to find than the other, but we'll get into that. So I just want to get right into it. I want to compare these two. What's the difference? They are both phenomenal, wonderful bourbon. If you get either one of these, you won't be disappointed. But we're going to talk about price, okay? But I just talk about the comparison for right now and see what happens here. Now, at the end of this, I'm going to mix these two together, and more than likely blow up, but we'll see what happens. So, give myself a nice pour, and I think that's a pretty good pour. Sit down and watch a movie after this. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get right into the nose with the Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace Heaven. I'm all over the place. Heaven Hill product. Okay, Elijah Craig. Now, I spent a little time with these yesterday just to get my mind right. And everything that just went out the window. So this is very caramel forward. Lots of caramel. A lot of sweetness, brown sugar. Nice spices. Like a pie crust, but you also get some nice fruit. I'm sort of thinking like preserves. You ever had preserves in these little jars and have maybe a little cayenne pepper in it, something spicy? That's what I'm getting out of this. Maybe like a peach preserve with some spices with it. You get the brown sugar. I'm getting oak. But this is leaning more towards the caramel. This is really good. I can smell this forever. This is really good. Yeah, dynamite nose. Let's just go for the taste. This is very balanced for 133 proof. If I didn't mention that, this is 133 proof, and the Stagg is 130 proof. Very well balanced. I mean, you get all the proof, but it's not ethanol. It's flavors and it's spice and it's heat. You get that brown sugar, that caramel. It's a caramel bomb. It just coming through, but you still get a lot of fruit, but you get a lot of bacon spices that you would put into a pie, like a sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie. Those kind of spices are really there. I just got my mouth watering. I'm gonna go in for another sip. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. It's rich. It's creamy. I get like a coffee bean taste to it. Very slight, and maybe just a slight, very slight taste of a rice pudding or something like that. So yeah, nothing to scoff at here. Wonderful drink, good drink. Let's go for round two. with the Stagg. The nose here is heavier, darker. This is more brown sugar forward, the dark brown sugar. Did you get the chocolate? Maybe a raspberry. Maybe the marshmallow. Like a smoky marshmallow. Again, a nice amount of oak in this one as well. I did get oak in the Elijah CRAIIG, but not as much here, if I didn't mention that. But a lot more oak here. And you think you get more there since this is 13 years old. This is between 7 and 10 years, I think. And that's what I zero this one down to, 7 to 10 years. If somebody out there knows for sure, leave it in a comment, please. Yeah, this is, you can't go wrong with either one of these. Both of these are fantastic. Okay, let's go in for the taste here. Oh, wow, that's brown sugar to the max. With a nice amount of spice. Still get the caramel in this. Let me go in for another sip. This is really good. Wow. A lot of brown sugar. You get a lot of oak. A lot of barrel oak. You know, it's almost you get a little bit of a bitter taste to it. I don't know if that's coming from the barrel, but a slightly bitter taste. This is more sweet with more fruit. This is more brown sugar and oak, barrel char, chocolate. It's a lot darker, completely different. Both of these are just coming through. Oh man, I'm not going to be able to choose, so. If anything, the bitterness, just slight bitterness is throwing me off a little bit on the palate. And I didn't even get into the finish, but with this one or that one. So I'm you know, I just say both of these have good finishes. I should have highlighted that on this, but I remember tasting it yesterday and going through it. Yeah, but this is slightly bitter, like unsweetened tea bitter. And this is more on the sweeter side, but it's still dark and rich. Both of these are excellent as far as the mouthfeel. It's creamy. It takes you through a complete journey. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get a sip of water and just do one more, and then we're gonna talk a little bit. Okay. Right back. Okay. Just a final rundown. All right. Now, if you are into high proof, you're really going to dig these. If you're not, it might be a little bit too much for you. I'm at the point where I can still, you know, like I always say, I can still deal with the 90s, even 86, and enjoy it up to the 130s, and I'm good. It depends on the day, you know. So, yeah, I'm good with these. Okay, so brown sugar, rather, caramel for it, and a lot of vanilla right here. Yeah, very. Okay. And here, main characteristic here is the brown sugar and oat. Both of these are excellent, very good. So here's what I say: the Elijah Craig is easier to find, okay, than the Stagg, and they both are around the same price at MSRP. You're more likely to find this at MSRP than this one. So this is running around the 74 area. This is around, if you catch an MSRP, it's around 65 to 70 bucks. So if you can get around there, you're good to go. A little over, it'd be okay. If I saw this on the shelf and, you know, I'm working on this, and I saw one for, I don't know, 90 bucks, yeah, I would consider it. But if you look at the secondary prices, these Stagg is going for 300 bucks, 250, 300. I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but you know, just keep in mind it's bourbon. Okay, it's good. It ain't $300 good. Okay, it's $70 good. It might be $90 good, but it ain't $300 good. But it's very good. This is very good at its price. $74. I would pay a little bit more if I see it, but let's not lose your heads about these things. But I'll tell you, if you can't find the Stagg, but you can find the 22B, rather the 923 at 13 years, man, you're striking gold. So don't fret if you can't find it. Look for that Elijah Craig. I think you're pretty good. These two are neck and neck. They just come in with a different profile. I might swing a little more towards the Elijah Craig because the bitterness, that slight bitter taste, is throwing me off just a little bit. But that's just preference. Just preference. That's my take. So, hey, I don't know if you tried these, but if you have, please let me know what you think about it. I know some of you might be saying Elijah, Stagg or Elijah Craig over Stagg. Are you crazy? Yeah, you know, preference. Everybody's a little different. So let me know what you think. If you like this content and you're with me, please like the channel. I really appreciate it, and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can be notified when I upload more videos. For those who have been following me, let me fall back a little bit on just the tastings. I'm going to taste, but I want to go more into a little FYI behind the bourbon, you know, so I may, before I get into it, spend a little bit more time, talk about maybe the interesting points about the distillery or the master or blender or whatever. Just a little bit more information, because, you know, it's more than just sipping. It's the knowledge of bourbon. I just want to put more of that out there. So, hey, if you like that, again, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time on the Bourbon Shop. And I'm going to mix these two up and see if I just blow up. I'm about to spend too much time talking about this. It will have to be another video. See you next time on the Barbershop.